Hey everyone, and welcome to Cozying Up with the Clear Cut, where we get up close and personal with women that inspire us. Today, I'm so excited to have Sydney Watters with us. She's the brand director of Watters, and also our first ever Clear Cut bride as a guest. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here. It's such a gorgeous day in New York, and I'm ready to get started.
Amazing. So, as someone who's like obsessed with weddings and all of that, I of course was like fangirling when I found out that you worked with Haley, one of our gemologists. Like, oh my God, do you know who she is? She is part of Watters, that bridal company. And that's a family-run business, right?
Yes, it's a family-run business. My mom started it in '88. We just celebrated our 35th birthday
Oh my God.
last week.
Congratulations.
Yes, and she started with bridesmaids originally, only she saw a need in the marketplace for something a little different. And then from there in 2000, wanted to dress the star, the bride, and Watters Brides was found then. And then from there, just wanting to change with the industry, we've added another 3 lines as well.
Yeah, because I've seen a few. I feel like I've seen it on like Say Yes to the Dress and like all of those shows too, right?
Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta by Lori.
I was like, I know this. That's amazing. So when did you always know that you were going to, get into the family business and work with your mom?
So I attended the University of Oklahoma and studied psychology. I thought I wanted to do something in the counseling space like that. And I graduated and realized I was going to have to go to more school. So I was taking the summer to figure that out. And I went to help at the office and never left. Yes.
And how is it like working with your mom? Because I know people always ask me, like, because my husband's my co-founder, like, what is that like? Is it weird with the dynamics? But I can't imagine working with my mom.
I think it's the best of both worlds because she really is the expert and has been doing this for so long. It's really nice to kind of bounce new ideas and new trends with her, and we really do balance each other out.
That's great. And so she's mainly the one like designing the new collections, all of the pieces.
Yeah, she has a big part in designing the new collections, the overall look and feel of the brand and all of that, where myself gets to work more with the marketing team and connecting them with the design team.
That's amazing. So how has your role kind of grown since like starting with the business, and like where do you see like bridal heading in the future too?
Of course. So originally I started doing our social media and MailChimp and all of those things, and now get to help oversee that a lot more, as well as working with the design team to really understand what each of our collections will look like each season. We do 4 twice a year.
Oh my God.
We have very many SKUs.
Yeah.
So just making sure everything stays differentiated and making sure all of our brands are something that different types of brides want. And then moving forward, something that we're working on in bridal is making a way for brides to have more access to these gowns, just being more omni-channel. So it's not just your typical mom and pop shop. Maybe you can buy them online, all of those things.
So what makes Watters different from other bridal brands?
We have a very artful touch. I like to think that we make amazing American design at an approachable price point for many brides. The average price of a wedding gown in the US is right around $13.50, I believe.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Yes. And that's for all of America. And our dresses start at around that 1,200 mark and then go up into the 4,000s. So.
Wow. Because I feel like when I was shopping for a wedding dress, it was like even like 5,000 was like on the low end,
So when we started making wedding dresses in 2000, the only options were very, crunchy and at that lower price point, and then very expensive at that couture price point. So Watters was kind of one of the first to get in there at that middle price that was needed. So we've really been riding that currently and still are.
And I think that's just like so great because like, yes, it is like so important, that dress, but you also like weddings are so expensive. You don't want to like blow everything on like something you're going to wear. Like
still one day.
It's still one day.
It's still one day.
It's an important day and you'll have pictures forever, but it's still one day.
So we just like bringing that artful touch for people who are not wanting to spend over $5,000 on a dress.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite like bridal fashion trends right now?
So people are really wanting a full wedding wardrobe right now.
Yes.
A look for everything from their showers to any parties they have, a luncheon, all of that, rehearsal, dinner, second look, third look for the wedding day. So we're loving that trend because we really got in at a great time doing the little white dress, which is one of my favorite categories that we work in. And it's those cute little looks that are just a bite when you don't need the full thing, is what we like to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really fun and creative space to be in because it's less serious when it's not the one dress that they're picking. So we really get to be creative with those.
Yeah, and I've been seeing that all over. You need 10 white dresses for every occasion. And we were kind of talking about this briefly because you're planning your wedding now. And are you planning on having a little white dress for every occasion or outfit?
So to the shock of everyone, I am going to be tame, even though whenever new styles are being developed, I'm like, wait, I need that one too. Can we order it in my size? So yeah, I'll do a few, but I won't be crazy.
Yeah. Are you designing like custom ones for you? Or will you be wearing existing styles from the line?
So we are creating styles that I like and putting them in the line.
Got it.
To get that
I love that.
multi-use out of it. Since we were spending time developing them and all of that, why not?
Yeah, totally. What has it been like planning your wedding? Any tips or tricks for like our other brides to be?
So I'm sure people say this all the time. I had no idea where to start at all.
Well, because it's funny, you have to become like, you have to have like a full new career, and it's usually like the first time and you have zero experience doing it. So it's very stressful.
Yeah, I had no idea where to start. Luckily, I kind of tapped into some industry friends and very word of mouth. It's like, who have you worked with that you like, all of that. And then just working on photo shoots, I've had the opportunity to work with several amazing vendors.
Mm-hmm.
So I found amazing florist, photo, video through that. And then I have an amazing wedding planner that's Dallas-based who's helping us plan our Mexico City wedding.
So you're getting married in Mexico City?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is incredible. I'm so jealous.
I'm very excited. I want a destination, but not to destination, if that makes sense.
Because you're based in Texas, right?
Yes, we're Dallas-based. The flight is less than 2 hours.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I heard there's really good food there.
It's amazing. If you haven't been, I highly recommend going.
Yeah, that's on my list for sure. So, are you working alongside your mom planning your wedding as well? Or are you taking the reins on that?
If we're being honest, I'd say she's taking more creative freedom with the wedding than I am, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she considers herself working part-time, so she uses the other part-time to wedding plan,
Yes.
where I don't have that
Yeah.
right now. So it's her wedding. For the most part, I will be attending it, and I'm fine with that because I would love to just show up and have everything done.
Yeah.
Day of.
That's amazing. That's the dream. What have you been seeing, not for wedding dresses, but for any like trends in like weddings themselves that you see happening that you're excited about that you might be taking advantage of?
Of course. Well, destination obviously is a huge trend right now. I think post-COVID brides really took a look at what else they could do that maybe they weren't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And then another trend is with bridesmaids dresses. Everyone's doing a mix and match situation right now, which I think is very nice to your bridesmaids because they can really pick something that they feel good in because they're investing a lot in you and your wedding activities and your wedding. So I think that that flexibility is really awesome to see these days.
Yeah, I did a mix and match. I was
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I was ahead of the curve. I was like, well, these are like out of the approved pieces you guys can pick.
No, that's perfect.
What are you doing for your bridesmaids?
So I'm doing pick their own look for Friday night, welcome party and rehearsal dinner. And then I'm doing all the same look for the wedding day for them.
Mm-hmm.
It will be fitted for all of them, so I'm not too worried about that. And then it has this like amazing shawl. So
Yeah.
just everyone can, cover their arms if they want to, or if they're cold because it'll be chilly.
Yeah.
And then it's a dress with like just a great fit. If that makes sense.
And yeah, I'm going to be a bridesmaid coming up, and I just got a mood board, and she was like, pick whatever you want that fits this mood board. But it's a lot of pressure, I feel like.
No, I like it. And then when you find the right dress, you'll know.
Yeah. And so mention that you are our first actual clear-cut bride as a guest, which is so exciting. I'd love to talk to you about, how did you envision like your engagement ring? Do you always know what you wanted? Like, what was the process like for you?
Of course. So I did not always know what I wanted. I originally was thinking maybe I'm an emerald cut girl. But the marketing team and I were on a assignment, and there were just giant, amazing diamonds at this event, like 17 carats, 20 carats.
Oh my God.
Huge. And the emeralds just weren't doing it for me. I was like, if I don't like a 17 carat emerald, I don't think I like an emerald.
Yeah.
So through the try-on process, settled on a pear, an unsung hero.
Yes.
And here we are.
And you have a gorgeous pear shape. And I feel like that is a shape that some people sleep on sometimes. It is like one of the most finger flattering. It looks like, shows its carat weight so well, and they're sparkly. So I feel like you're setting a trend.
I hope it happens. I think everyone should have a pear.
Yeah. Yeah, emerald cuts, I love them too, but similar to like mine, it's an Asher cut. They kind of are a little more bottom heavy. They don't have the same sparkle, so it's like a little more
See, I think a pear has the perfect amount of sparkle.
Yeah.
Where it's not overly sparkly, like a radiant. And then I wasn't a round girl, and it kind of gives that as well. So
yeah. So you knew from trying on that that's like the direction you wanted to go.
pear was the direction. As soon as I put one on, I knew.
Awesome. And how did you like find us?
So just probably through Instagram, if I'm thinking correctly. I always follow your Diamonds of the Dead and your Wednesday Q&A, as you know, and definitely wanted to visit. And my fiance and I loved the experience here. We had a great time with the diamond selection We had a great time with the diamond selection process and love the online platform. So it was just very organized and
Makes
easy.
me so happy to hear that you love the online platform.
Well, being based in Dallas, you're able to go home and really remember everything.
Yeah.
If you're not someone who works with diamonds every day, they all start to kind of look the same.
Yeah.
So having the information there was amazing. And then my fiance is a technology person as well. So he was like, wow, this is so cool. Everyone should do this.
Awesome.
So,
And how did he end up proposing?
so obviously we came shopping together. So I had an idea of when it was happening.
Which most couples do these days.
So I was ready.
Yeah.
Manicure every 2 weeks, which normally I go every 4. I was like, this is costing me. I was ready for about 4.5 months for this to happen. We went on several trips, like my birthday, all of that. I was expecting it every single time. Didn't happen. Finally, I was in Paris for a fabric show with some of the team at Watters. And he tagged along, and one night during happy hour proposed in front of the Eiffel Tower.
I saw the photos. They were like insane, like out of like Vogue magazine or something.
Yes, at like 3 p.m. that night, I had a feeling it was happening because he started acting weird and he changed into a suit. And I was thinking, okay, I think this is it.
Yeah.
And we're at the Eiffel Tower and he turns around and I blacked out. I don't remember anything.
It's so funny because like myself and every other person that I know that gets proposed to always blacks out. And it's something that you are like not prepared for.
I know. I was like, can we redo again? Yeah. And I just need to take it all in. And he had a photographer that I had worked with the past summer for a few weeks in Italy. Surprised us there as well. They're Sacramento based. And
amazing photos.
Yeah. Seeing her face, I started crying again. I was like, what are you doing here? Yeah. I just saw that you were shooting a wedding in San Diego. How did you get here? All of that. So it was a great time. And then he had some friends from other places in Europe fly into Paris to have dinner with us and all of that.
Oh my God, that is like a dream proposal. That's so romantic.
Fun. Yes, we had dinner at Hotel Coast.
Yes.
Oh my God, so good.
So, okay, that's like one of my favorite like people watching places. Like I felt like the least cool person. I was like, I don't belong here. Everyone is like so chic.
Yes, and at the same time, our florist happened to be doing a wedding there as well. So we were able to see her at that restaurant as well since we were staying there.
Oh my God. You stayed there?
Yes, it's so cool.
Okay.
You have to do it.
Okay. Because I just got dinner there and I was like, this is like one of the coolest places I've ever been.
The rooms are even more gorgeous than the rest of it, for sure.
Yeah, it's like a dark, like...
Everything's dark red and pink with lots of prints.
Yeah. Oh my God, love it. So because you are planning your wedding and you already have your engagement ring, we're going to change up the game a little bit this time and focus on wedding bands.
Awesome.
Okay, give me a little heads up for what kind of bands you're into. I have no idea. Okay, so we'll just do this from scratch. Let me know when you guys are ready.
I don't know. What do you think I should be into?
I'll give you some stuff. Okay. Are we thinking bigger diamond band?
I don't know, because I don't want to take away, but I'd also like to be able to wear it on its own.
Yeah. I mean, you could do, like, I wear them on separate hands, but...
And yes.
Okay, ready? Okay, so we're going to play a wedding band game. We're going to show you different wedding bands to pair with your engagement ring, and you'll tell us, like, the vibe, like, what kind of girl would wear this ring, and if it's for you or not.
Okay.
So let's start, because you have a pear-shaped ring. I want to start with our pear-shaped eternity band.
Okay. So I'm looking at the pear-shaped eternity band, and I really like it. I didn't even know that people could stack a pair this way. I've only kind of seen them, east-west, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks really cool. I think it might be too organic looking for me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
But I do really love it. They're very angular. They almost look like triangles, and it's really cool.
Because they're alternating upside down and bottom. Yeah, so it is our pear-shaped eternity band. So it features pear-shaped diamonds alternating north-south.
North-south.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that one was too organic for you. This is more of like a crunchy girl eternity band. So let's see if we go emerald cut. Maybe you like it for an eternity band, not for an engagement ring. So this is our low luxe emerald cut eternity band.
Okay. What does low luxe mean?
So we designed it because most eternity bands sit really high off the finger and they're kind of uncomfortable. So I wanted a way to have big diamonds but be comfortable and sit as low as possible onto your finger so you can wear it, more flush with your engagement ring and, more comfortably.
This is gorgeous. I would say this is probably what I would want.
Okay. Do you like the mixing of the faceting and the different shapes?
I think that's what it is. It's not taking away from the sparkle since it doesn't have that, the
brilliant facets.
The brilliant facets of a pear. Definitely love it. Would you ever do these in like a bezel setting maybe?
Oh, yes, we will. And we have.
But yes, love this one. It's insane.
So that's the first runner-up for now.
This is the first runner-up.
Denora, will you go into the room and grab our new wedding band styles with the bezel set?
Ooh, there's new bezel set wedding
Yes!
band styles? No, I think I'm gonna have to come back.
For a proper appointment. Yes. Okay, cool. And this one was the 30 point each, so each one was 0.3 carats. So we can go even bigger than that if you wanted. But I know you didn't want to take away from it, but this one's the 40 point. Just so you can see.
I have like longer fingers.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes away.
I think it looks great. And you can wear that on its own too.
Yes, it definitely doesn't take away. Let's see it on its own. But visually, I don't think it looks super different. So either way, between the 30
and 40 point.
Yeah. And they do feel really comfortable.
Yeah. For an eternity band with like the big diamonds all the way around, it can get uncomfortable and, beauty is pain, but to a certain extent. Okay. Next, our other most popular one, which I think could also look really good with your ring, is our oval defined eternity band. This one's also 30 points, so same size. I don't know what your thoughts are on ovals.
Let's see. I think the reason I didn't go oval initially at all was I think they look too romantic, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard that before.
I feel like they're very, very romantic, a little girly. There's no, the sharp edge on the pear is what I love about it. And then I feel like the emerald also is like that angular situation. And the oval is just not angular for me, but I get why people like it because you do get that elongation on the finger. And I know round was probably the most popular.
Yeah.
So getting that longer round, I understand, but I don't think
oval
it's for me.
band isn't for you.
Yes, definitely not. Oh.
You need to be oval.
But the ovals do visually look larger than the emeralds for the same.
Because they're cut.
Thank you.
So I guess you do get a little more.
Okay.
The buck.
This one is our new emerald cut bezel set band. We can customize this with bigger diamonds as well.
Oh, I love that. I mean, it's a little bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so bezel set, emerald,
Eternity band.
eternity band. It looks gorgeous. I think if this and my runner-up could have a baby.
Yeah.
This would be my...
And we can do that. We can take elements of one another. This is a little bit more of like a modern take on a classic eternity band because it has the bezel edging on it.
Yes, I love the bezel edging. I feel like it's comfortable as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I prefer the bezel to the prong. It also makes it a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
even.
definitely. A little smoother.
Mm-hmm. Wow. She's a winner.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't apologize. That's what I'm here for. Whatever I can do to make this easier for you, let me know.
No, this is perfect. You see, like, 5 seconds.
We have another band that we just released that I think could be like a good in-between of the two of your favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we can make this bigger too, but this is our half bezel Asher. So it's a half bezel, not full. So it's like a little metal, a little not metal,
Ooh.
a little sparkle.
Okay, so there's no metal between each diamond,
just
and
on
that's
the
what
top
makes it
and
that
bottom.
half.
Yes.
This is really pretty.
So you see a little more diamond, but you have
kind
that
of
edge.
Love the Asher shape also.
Yeah, it's also a shape that people sleep on.
I see that, and it doesn't take up so much space this way, which I'm kind of liking.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pretty.
And you can do that in any size.
I like
diamond.
this more. Wow, yeah. Okay, well, I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
And
We're taking videos. So we're documenting.
So I'm loving the half bezel Asher. I think she's the new winner.
Okay.
Definitely a little bigger.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I also think seeing them in yellow gold
Helps, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think last but not least, we have to try on like a classic round just to get that out of our system, right? So let's try a classic eternity band in a 20-point size. Oh, it's pretty.
Okay, so there's only the 2 prongs that keep it on.
Yeah,
How
shared
does
prong.
that work?
It's a shared prong style, which is each diamond will share the 2 prongs, so you don't have as much metal.
It's really pretty.
More traditional.
I definitely understand why people love round. It is a classic choice, and I can just see how you would love it for your whole life. It's really pretty.
Is it for you?
It's not for me. I'm loving the emeralds and Asher cuts, though, because
Yeah.
they aren't sparkly. I think the less sparkle helps keep my engagement ring the star.
Yeah. Okay, and truly last but not least, but I would have to have you try on the mixed shape just if you can't decide which shape that you want. So
Okay.
this is our mixed fancy shape eternity band, which has all different shaped diamonds in it, which has been very popular.
Oh, this is so fun. It kind of is like fancy confetti.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Definitely good for someone who can't make up their mind. Also, I don't think you get tired of it.
Yeah.
I really like it, and it's so cute seeing the fancy shapes in mini form. Wow, it's really pretty, but a little organic for me.
Too organic, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Definitely cool, though.
Sorry, last video.
I know, I'm happy to hand model whatever you want.
Perfect. So we like a little metal, a little uniformity.
Yeah, definitely.
band.
The bezel set
That's
is
good.
really fun. Do you see that being a bezel set eternity band?
I mean, it's becoming a lot more popular for like the reasons why you like it.
Mm-hmm.
It is comfortable. It's like sleek. It gives it a bit of like an edge to a more traditional eternity band, which I think is a trend we've been seeing in bridal in general, is that people are gravitating away from like something more traditional and want just a bit of a twist on it. You know, still like diamonds, still eternity bands, but something that not all their friends have, you know? So I think we've been seeing a lot of that kind of shift.
So, do you think anything's after bezel? Asking for myself.
After, I think like the half bezel sort of style is kind of what the next wave is, where if you don't want to commit to like a full bezel or like that much metal, you still want the diamonds but something just a little bit more modern, that or like channel sets coming back, things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And we're seeing a lot of that in engagement rings too, like full and half bezel set rings. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So you don't have like as much prongs, but you just have, you know.
I feel like I
Sleeker
love
look.
the bezel look on an emerald, but I've never seen it on a pear.
we've been seeing more and more, but it is something that kind of complements a more angular look well. So like it really emphasizes those cut corners of the emerald cut. Like it seems really cohesive with the step cuts. So I think that's why people with emerald cuts or Asher cuts kind of gravitate towards it. Yeah. My ring was like from 100 years ago, so this trend is like coming back now, which I'm happy about.
Yes, no, they all come back, which is why no one should ever worry about their decision.
Exactly. And yours is like such a classic setting, so I think like whatever wedding band you pair with it, you can kind of change the vibe of it, you know?
I think it's going to be a Basil set, Asher cut. So.
Amazing. So what do you see, like, kind of like what I was saying, the next steps in, or like the next trends in engagement and bridal? Like, what do you see are like the next hot things like we need to keep our eyes out for?
So since we're starting to see Gen Z get married, I
Yes.
think we're going to see a lot of people with very individual styles and wanting to make things look like their own. So a lot of customization options, custom where people can do it, and custom options where it's an easier way to make it yours. So different sleeves in bridal.
I've been seeing a
capes.
lot of sleeves.
Yes, fun sleeves
Yes.
also. People aren't afraid to do a crazy sleeve because you can just pop it off after you get your photos. Capes over skirts, all of that. Amazing veils. People are incorporating color through their veils now. All of that. And then, again, the bridesmaids who get to pick their own looks. So I think that we'll see a vintage look come back into wedding gowns, since that's how new generations of people are loving to shop.
Yes, I think I've been seeing a ton more like Grace Kelly-esque vibes, like vintage vibes. And like the last few weddings I went to, a lot of like fun sleeves I've been seeing.
Because we've really been still riding off that Meghan Markle clean wedding gown look. So it's kind of nice to see lace and textured fabrics being a thing again when they've kind of fallen off the map a bit. And especially with Sophia Richie.
Yes.
We'll get some halters soon, and she did the lace as well.
Yes.
So that was really exciting.
So speaking of, who do you think are like the biggest, you know, when we have like engagement ring trends, like celebrities, like some are like big factors in determining trends. Who are some of the biggest like brides who made like the trends?
Of course. Well, definitely Meghan Markle, because the amount of satin, Mikado, all of those plain fabrics that have been selling lately is just insane over what they were before that. No one was really doing that.
Wow.
And it's kind of the majority now is those clean fabrics. I'm really thinking that stemmed from there. And then I think all of these fun sleeves kind of started with Hailey Bieber, as well as the oval engagement ring.
Yes.
Yes, so lots.
I think that Blake Lively was the OG oval engagement ring, and then Haley took it to like the yellow gold, you know?
Fair, yes. Blake Lively's is stunning also.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting that sleeve trend from her still as well.
Yes. And I think also she had like that embroidering on her veil, and I've been seeing a lot of that kind of stuff, like on gloves and veils
Yep,
and stuff.
and people taking it onto their dress, their gloves as well. Exactly.
Oh my god, I'm very excited. I love weddings. So what's next for you? Any exciting projects that you're working on?
So stemming from a need would be an occasion line that we are working on. So it'll be not bridesmaids dresses, or occasion dresses. So we're working with really fun, colorful fabrics like Dupioni and taffeta, kind of bringing it full circle from the 90s.
Yes.
So we're really excited to work with some structured materials for these looks with fun sleeves, peplums, different skirt shapes that are more individualized than what a bridesmaid dress looks like right now. So I needed those for my wedding. We're going to start making them, and then they'll be available to everyone.
Oh my god, amazing. I feel like after your wedding, it's going to set a lot of trends too.
Let's fingers crossed.
So where can everyone follow along with your journey?
So we are posting on Watters with 2 T's at Watters. Yep.
And you personally?
Oh, I'm Sydney Watters. Sydney, like Australia. Watters with 2 T's.
Awesome. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course.
Such
Thank
a
you for
treat.
having me. This was so fun.
I'm Olivia Landau, founder of The Clear Cut, and you just listened to Cozying Up, where we feature women that inspire us. You can tune into episodes wherever you listen to your favorite shows and find us on social media at The Clear Cut.